is this is a brief version. For the duration of class, I'm going to go over this thoroughly. All right, ready? You recording?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll just edit that part out. So, I'd like you to take a look at this first page. This is the syllabus for our unit lesson plan. What we've got here is a lesson plan that is about the travel website. I talked to you guys about this before and dropped some hints about it. Here is our outline. This is the syllabus. We're going to briefly discuss that. We're going to talk about classroom procedures and project rules. The task 1 checklist of items that you will have to complete. There's going to be a few tasks, maybe 3 or 4. This week we're going to start with number 1. There's the transferring of info and data to the Google Sites. We'll get to that when we get to that. But first we're going to take care of all of these things, all of these items, which is the syllabus, classroom procedures, and tasks. And then the works cited. We'll definitely get into that. Single or group, we will discuss that as well. And then we will begin the task. First off, I'd like you to look at the top part of this page. It says group number. Now, that may or may not apply to this class, but it did apply to the one this morning. So we'll talk about that later. Name of your travel website. This is something that you will create today. I'm going to try and get this done as soon as possible. Cover all this material so that you'll have time to come up with your own travel website. You can hear me in the back, right? Okay. Names of group members. Again, that's something that we will cover if we decide to get into groups or not. And then assigned country. I have added another one to the list, another one that I went to. It's actually my first port when I was in the Navy. It's Hong Kong. So it's somewhat of a country, more of a territory of China, but we'll get into that later. And it's something that you will discover if you get assigned that one. Let's go over creating a travel website. This project is worth 2 test grades. This project is worth 2 test grades. The project will last 5 weeks. We're actually been kind of cut short a little bit, but you'll utilize this weekend, because there's a President's Day, to work on it. This project will last 5 weeks with a total of 20 participation points each week, 4 per day. The completed project is worth 100 points. So you've got your weekly participation points that Mr. Tresh has already established. There's going to be 4 points a total per day. We'll go over some of those procedures later. Let me skip ahead because I have to abbreviate a lot of this. We're going to go right down to what this actually is. It says, students will create their own travel websites using a Google Sites as a template for their company, where you will promote your assigned Asian country as a vacation destination. So similar to Travelocity or TripAdvisor or Lonely Planet, you're going to develop a version of that using Google Sites as the template. Let's skip down to, it says, the website should have the following. We're going to go over each one of these. This is what the final product will have on it, the contents. It will have the main page, name of the travel country, and so forth, along next to the bullet point tasks. Let's move on to the second page. You flip it over, and it will say at the top, or at least somewhat at the top, classroom procedures and project rules. Where are we at?
3 minutes.
All right. Unless other arrangements are made, by me, students will be assigned to groups through a lottery system. That applied to the first class, might not apply to you guys, we'll move on. Students will work in these assigned groups for the duration of the project unless other arrangements are made. Let's see here. If there is a dispute amongst the group members regarding work relations, fulfilling duties and responsibilities to the project, all members will meet with Mr. Meyer, that's me, to discuss the situation before other arrangements will be made. I want everybody to be in on it and together. I don't want anybody coming to the class or to me individually and saying, so-and-so is not working or not fulfilling their responsibilities. We need to all discuss this, okay? It's a group effort. Let's go to, all of these projects will be on PowerSchool Docs. Now, I wrote PowerSchool Docs, it's because it's through the PowerSchool system, but everybody has their own Gmail and Google accounts, correct? Mm-hmm. Yes. So you'll utilize your Docs, your Google Docs, to submit all of your, or save all of your research for your projects. And you're going to label it. Now, for the duration of the rules, we will cover that later because I have to save film time. So let's skip right over to the last page, which is task 1 checklist. It says due to, this whole checklist will be, okay, we'll just keep going. Due to the end of class, I'll edit it out. Due at the end of class is this checklist. It is Tuesday, the 20th of February, 2018. That's this month, and it's also next week. And we'll be covering over the brief history and the 5 tasks, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tasks that we have as part of the first task. If that makes any sense. It's very redundant. Steps. 5 steps to this first task that you will have completed. That way you remain on track. Everybody understand? All right, cut it.